Welcome, everybody, to episode 255 of the You Can't Comp This NBA Trading Card Podcast. We're your hosts, Adam, Amy, and Russell Gibson.
Hey.
Stuff is happening.
There's always something happening, isn't there, between basketball, just general news, and people making up controversies in the hobby. Like, there's always something, isn't there?
Oh, there's something to whinge about for sure. There's
right.
Sure, we can nitpick at what's going on.
Deep down, that's what we really love about the hobby, isn't it? It gives us something to whinge about.
The NBA's we're almost halfway through the season.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. We're at the halfway point. All-Star weekends.
Cue cats in the cradle right now.
That's it. Yeah.
What's your favorite NBA moment from this season then? That's the obvious question, isn't it?
NBA moment from this season. I haven't got any favorites. I was been complaining about how all my sports teams are doing poorly at the moment.
I should have asked you the opposite. What's your biggest whinge so far about sport this year?
My team can't stay healthy. The Lakers are not healthy, and it's not LeBron. It's everyone else as well.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. LeBron's 41. I'm not going to begrudge the man who actually had to play it back-to-back the other night because we're that short-handed. Anyway, we'll see.
I think Derek Queen's been my biggest surprise this year.
Derek Queen, interesting.
I actually legit just enjoy watching him play.
Yeah.
I still think that trade was an absolute stinker, particularly given that unprotected pick for it. But at the same time,
true.
He's kind of a baller.
He is, isn't he?
Like, I get a bit of DeMarcus Cousins vibe from that kid, but without having the sort of...
Don't jinx the man.
No, but I was about to say without the psycho, tendencies.
He might go nuts.
He seems pretty chill, dude. All right, let's talk about... Just a brief summary of what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the Topps packing error on the Mega Box. That's what I've called it on the sheet. You can, people at home, you can call it what you want. We're going to talk about the LeBron 23 jersey patch, year 23 jersey patch. We're going to talk about Cade Cunningham because there was a sale that happened recently and it's actually hurt my brain a little bit. So I thought we could talk about that. Kuminga has requested a trade again. I saw Brian Windhorst say that.
I was going to say, it's like, why are we giving this oxygen? Why are we giving this any oxygen?
I mean, this is my sort of like nerd. I love fake trades. So for me, we'll do that. Luka Downtown. There was a rumor from Topps, and I couldn't actually verify anything from this. So we'll probably just go through that really quickly. We're going to check in with Trae Young, collector's update on SGC and BGS. I won't read through anything more because it's possible that's all we'll get through this week. But let's do some shout outs first. Kalman Collectibles, love the podcast. Keep it up. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for reaching out and just messaging us. We really appreciate it.
Yep.
Aussie Cardboard Collector. He gave us a lot of likes this week on Instagram. So thank you so much. And also too, he replied to a clip that we put up when Adam was talking about cards and what the market will pay. His response was, great minds think alike. I've paid overs on cards that I know will be in supply. I think he meant like, in demand, when people said I was crazy and sold for more than double in a very short turnaround time. So I think that was the video when you're saying you're happy to pay over comps for a card, particularly if it's right there and then. Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, people, like, a card's only worth what people are prepared to pay for it. And it's amazing what people do.
He went on to say that everyone these days gets blinded by card letter comps and there's not similar markets at the moment as we've headed into the past. The big one for me, the shout out for me this week though, was Dre's_got cards. I woke up and checked the Insta and my whole thing was just filled up with 70 plus notifications. It
just
didn't even
everything.
Yeah, so thanks, man. We really appreciate the love on Insta. That's really cool.
Yeah, no, we do. And I mean, I'll remind everybody, because that's what I was reading, is if people do love the content, just like liking 70 of our posts, that shows us a lot of love. That actually really does help us. You do like our content and want to support us in a financial way, you can actually open any of the podcast links and hit the support the show link to make a one-off or ongoing contribution. But yes, if funds are tight and you just want to show us some love digitally, I guess, by publicly supporting the show in exactly that way, jumping on YouTube, jumping on Instagram, jumping on TikTok, jumping on Facebook, and liking a bunch of posts, sharing the content, we really do appreciate it.
Yeah, 100%. All righty, let's get into the show this week. I think we've done a bit of chitter-chatter for long enough. This first story is about let's call it a packing error. You can call it a printing error, a packing error. The first person who I saw this was Trading Cardboard on Instagram. And if you're looking for this guy, it's double D at the end. If you are wanting to make sure you've got all of that. Dear Topps Collector, we're reaching out to you to provide you with an additional information regarding the 25-26 Topps Chrome Basketball Mega Box. The box states Chase exclusive blue X-Fractors. Unfortunately, this is a print error on the packaging. While blue X-Fractors are not included in the product, base X-Fractors are available. This information is accurately reflected on the odds page on Topps.com. We sincerely apologize for any confusion this may cause and appreciate your understanding. Thank you for your continued support. All right, so Adam, what's your first reaction to this, and what should Topps do to make this right for people?
I have follow-up questions. I want to know if it was a printing error or a packing error. Did they not put the cards they were intending to put in there? Or did somebody miss the QA QC on the way to the print?
I bet you there was like a box of cards that was supposed to be, shuffled into them and, sent out into the boxes, and the intern never carried the box down. It's just sitting in the back of his holding ute. That's what I reckon's happened.
Okay, I think it was because it says blue X-Fractor. Like that's not an error that happens. Like the mega boxes, every box has its own unique parallels, right?
Yeah.
So how would you approve the print run of these boxes to be made if you didn't intend on putting the cards in there? So look, I doubt that it's a case of a box of cards sitting in someone's ute, but it's like it's an automated process how the packaging happens. But I think they did accidentally leave them out.
Yeah,
of the print run. I don't think they programmed it correctly. But the question is, what product did they go into then?
I'm guessing they haven't gone into anything at all. That would be my feeling.
Wow, maybe they'll just do a special release of blue X-Fractors.
Yeah. And that's what I want to ask you. It's like, how should people be compensated on this? Because that for me is the part that's left out of that email. It's like there's just nothing written there at all in terms of how we're going to make this right for people or something like that. I've actually got some ideas on it.
I've got an idea. I'm going to go straight out and say they shouldn't be compensated. I don't think anyone bought these products just to get blue X-Fractors. People trying to get their hands on Chrome product in any way, shape, or form, and this was going to sell out no matter what. It doesn't matter if it said blue X-Fractor on the box, base X-Fractor on the box, didn't say anything about X-Fractors on the box. The megas were going to sell out.
No, it says it like it's plastered all over the box. That's like the chase out of that box.
But that's not the reason people were buying Topps Chrome.
Sure. But it's like literally, if you look at the box, have you seen a picture of the box?
I bought a mega, but that's not why I bought it.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I see that it's there in big bold writing. I get it that it's missing one of the highlighted chase cards.
Yeah.
But that's not why people were buying megas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I bought it because it was at a decent price point to get some more Chrome product.
Yeah. So I watched a couple of videos to see actually what come out of it. So you still got your silvers in it, right?
100%. Yep.
And I saw that some people are getting autographs out of them too.
Yeah.
So it's not like they were totally empty boxes just full of base cards. Because initially that's where
no.
That's where my head went to. I was like, oh, that's kind of like a terrible experience for people. But it's not. That's not what happened.
But they've got the silver X-Fractors, like the base X-Fractor.
Yeah.
Right? They've got.
Did you get some refractors out of your boxes?
Yeah, I've got one or two refractors.
Yeah, okay,
I
cool.
got a couple of X-Fractors. Like that was the whole thing. I think I got like a Steven Adams and some other trash player, and I didn't get a rookie. But do you know what I mean? Like the rookie I did get was trash, whatever. But
so this is my idea for the compensation though, because I think posting out people's cards to them, in envelopes one at a time, I think that's too much. And also I think Stadium Club has done this, amazing product where it's like an online repack that you get. So I feel like this is what they should do. They should say, look, they'll set up a portal. People will put in their receipt number or their box UPC as proof of purchase of their mega. And then essentially they go into like an online portal and then they get like a digital pack. And then maybe they'll randomly be given an X-Fractor. Then if you say, okay, I actually want that physical card, then you pay for the shipping and then it comes out to you. And I know that's an extra cost, but I think that's fair because if it's just like a low end X-Fractor that it's worth $2, it's not even worth the postage coming out.
True.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like, and that will be quite a fun experience for people. So they're still getting that like dopamine endorphin release, with the randomness of like the extra pack. It's not going to cost Topps a heap of money. And also too, I'm assuming at some point Topps is going to be doing some sort of redemption online compensation thing. So maybe that could, be sort of all like baked into that.
I reckon they'll do a Chronicles like set, and that's where all the blue fractors will go.
Probably. Yeah.
be fair.
So we put up a couple of posts to get people's, because the question I had was, when did Panini do this? Because I know that in the past, something similar, maybe not exactly like this scenario has happened. And I was like, because I think people's memory is so short. And I think this is what's actually really funny to me. And people have been saying this online. In 2 weeks' time, the next product's going to be out. Everyone's going to have moved on and forgotten about it.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because if you go back, and we're talking in the group chat about this. I'm not too sure if you had the group chat on this week.
It might be on mute.
But seriously, man, like no one could actually remember the product that this scenario happened in for Panini. Everyone was like, oh, yeah, like it's happened at some point. And look, we all know boxes, didn't come with autographs, or they didn't come with a hit that was supposed to be in there, and, you would send it off. But then Panini leaned very heavily on that on average. That's why you didn't get it, because it's not guaranteed. It's on average, and they did all that sort of thing. But it's like, that to me was so funny, sort of, doing some research into this. Anyway,
Yeah.
So if you click on the NCM link ad, the first one I'm going to read out's actually from Ross. So people listen to the podcast all the time. Ross is a sponsor of the show. So thank you so much, Ross. Topps had a 2023 product. They forgot to put in the silver packet. Massive print run. Ended up sending out the packets later to the outlets, who had to forward the packets to the retailers. So this is not the first time Topps have had almost this exact scenario happened before. So from, as someone who is interested in improving process and stuff, like clearly they've got some problems going on with their processes here.
Yeah.
Ben Sowerby, a couple of mates got the same email after they purchased a lot of boxes, not sure what will happen, but they're not thrilled about it. And then I just asked him generally, what else did he get in the boxes? And that was I had checked out those videos, and they did get some nice cards into it. Yeah. Lukey until Friday. It's false advertising and a class action waiting to happen. There is a few people that have said this online, but I don't feel like this is class action material for me. I think that's going too far.
Yeah, no one noticed until someone put it into the spotlight, whatever. I don't think, honestly, I don't think we're getting to that level.
Yeah. And I also think too, it's like the stakes aren't high enough for this to be class action.
Yeah.
If they give people a pack of cards, this problem's going to go away.
Yeah. It's a bit, I don't know. There was a response from, is it Jake Spinner?
Yeah.
This is, I don't know, you got to be careful with saying things that is false, like it's false advertising. Well, it's not. Yes, it's misleading, and yes, it was an error, but it wasn't that. Once we go back to the start when I was telling before, that's not why I bought a mega. Literally, that's not why people are buying megas. They're trying to get refractors. Do you know what I mean? They're trying to get chrome product at a decent price point. If you really want to blow it up and turn it into a class action, good luck. I'm not.
And by the way, I'm not saying they did this on purpose. Like, clearly this is an error, right? Like, it's nothing more than that.
Yeah.
Lane Pierce, do you want to read that one, man?
Yeah, Panini had sneaker spotlights on the checklist for Chronicles a few years ago, and these were never in the product.
Yeah, and I think this is like where I was struggling a bit. Like, I can't remember this happening with Panini where it was like written on the box in, big sort of lettering. But yeah, 100%. There was cards that were on the checklist that never came out. But sneaker spotlights in Chronicles, like that was never supposed to happen. That was always supposed to be noir, maybe 1-1 at one point, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Matt Sherrington, are we already in the better the devil we knew territory? Seems to have been less than a sterling return to license for old Topps. And look, are we? Is that right?
I don't know. Look, if Panini got the license back tomorrow, we'd be on their back about stuff. Like, it's not better the devil you know. You just nitpick at whoever's in front of you. And at this point, we're looking at Topps, and we're scrutinizing everything they do. We're probably over scrutinizing everything they do because our expectation is so high with them.
I think the difference is immediately with Panini, those obviously the overheads that Topps have got is so much higher than anything that Panini had.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing too is like immediately straight out of the gate, the price point on everything has gone up.
Yeah, true.
So I think like if we're, comparing apples to apples, like probably people are a bit miffed about it, because they've just spent
100%.
$80 on the mega, got shafted, and then actually now the key thing's not in there. Benjamin Wang.
Where are we? Benjamin Wang. Panini Absolute 2019-2020. They had to manually cross out all the rookie memorabilia cards because they said player worn and autograph. so they had to Sharpie all the and autographs parts out.
So that was literally when all of that small print wording came into focus, when people started to realize they weren't game worn. So you would have hated to be the intern for Panini back in those days.
Hell yeah.
And I was sort of making the joke, what's worse, being the Panini intern in 2019 or being a Wizards fan right now?
Very true, very true.
What do you think? Intern or a Wizards fan?
Probably being the intern. That said, I mean, now they've got Trae Young, maybe being a Wizards fan.
Oh, man, I wish I was a Panini intern in 19. Can you imagine what it would have been like there?
Be weird.
Just being a fly on the wall, right?
Yeah, true.
Yep. Alrighty. On our own You Can't Comp This page, we got Tim Korovu. This happened with Panini. You mailed in your UPC and they sent back a card in the mail while supplies lasted. My reply back to him was, do you remember what product that was? And there was no reply there. So either Tim's busy or he just can't remember like what it was.
Yeah.
And yeah. Again, it's just that classic thing of
proof of purchase. It's a simple one. They're like, fine, if you want to pay the postage on it, send it to proof of purchase and we'll redeem it. Done. Tick.
Yeah. On our Instagram, Card Sharky Marky, perfect Panini would never make such an error.
Perfect Panini. What about actual Panini? Anyway.
That's a different company.
Oh, different company. Yeah. And then what was it? That new card smell commented, it takes up like 25% of the box too. How do you stuff up that badly? Yeah, I tend to agree. It's a screw up, but I think they've either messed up with the insertion of the cards, because it's definitely not they mispronounced, because there's no way they're replacing the word base X-Fractor with blue X-Fractor. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
if I'm taking up
one in the product.
If I'm taking up the biggest bit of real estate on the box with look for exclusive base X-Fractors.
Yeah. No, it's just they made a mistake. And the last one we're going to read today is Clearview Cards. So thank you so much, man, for checking in with us. Was the checklist out when these went on for sale? Poor form on Topps. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, that's all it is, isn't it? Last thoughts on this ad, and we're going to go to a break.
My last thought on this would be, if they do want to rectify it and make nice with everybody, I'm sure I can go and I think I might have the mega there. I don't know if it's.
Did you keep the box? That's the question.
I've got the physical box there.
Oh, okay. So the UPC will be in that.
Yeah, UPC should be in that, but it's just like, CBF. Can I be bothered? I don't know. I bought the mega for other reasons. Is what is going to be my first and last take.
Yeah, your final words, and that's legit, man. Alrighty, the Hobby Hangout XL is coming to Melbourne. Save the date, Sunday, the 26th of April, 2026. Still feels weird to say 2026 for me. I'm still in 2025. Royal Exhibition Building in Melbourne. Go to thehobbyhangout.com.au. You can pick up your tickets at the moment. They've got early bird tickets at the moment for $20, just $20.
Nice.
My recollection with the pricing for the Hobby Hangout, it was cheap at the start, and it got more expensive as it got closer to the day. So if you want to get your cheap tickets, get in now, get your tickets. Doors open at 10:30 a.m. They close at 5:30. 400 tables, basketball, NFL, MLB, soccer, and more. Speakers, Australian and international guests, live breaks, trading zones, trading card games, entertainment cards, activations, free play areas, food, coffee, drinks, the whole lot. We cannot say we're going to be there like we were in last year's capacity. We can't confirm or deny this because we don't know. But as soon as we find out, you guys will be the first to know.
We will make announcements in line with the information that comes to hand.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the first segment of this week's show. I had a good time ragging on Fanatics.
You always have a good time ragging on Fanatics. It's like, is that your New Year's resolution is to just hang as much shit on Topps as you can?
Well, I mean, actually, the next one is me complimenting Topps, so
what?
Probably not. Probably not.
I'm doing all your hard work.
Just announced, Topps have announced that LeBron James will wear a special edition 23rd season jersey patch beginning tonight in Sacramento as a nod to where he began his legendary career in 2003. These patches will be removed from his jerseys after each game. and some will be featured in ultra rare cards. I give this 2 thumbs up. I think this is just absolutely brilliant. I think this is fantastic. I think for people collecting cards, this is like, we need this so badly. I think this has been a massive hole in trading cards in the whole of Panini era when we haven't had Jordan autographs, we haven't had LeBron autographs. I really hate this like sort of 2-tiered, 3-tiered system that we have of athletes being not in products. Like, and it's going to be the same thing for Luka for the next 10 years, right? Like,
It's
Panini
true.
are just going to fuck with Topps and hold him out. It's as simple as
Yeah,
that.
it better not. Like I honestly,
There is no way they're not doing
people.
it, man. There is no way.
There'll be a dollar amount. We'll get the deal done. You watch.
There's no way. Anyway, look, I love this so much. I think this is fantastic. I can't wait to see what they do to the cards because, and we can talk about this now and we'll sort of talk it a bit more later. There's a Wemby ball patch that they're releasing and it looks fantastic. So if they keep doing that sort of creative artwork with this fantastic, game worn celebration type material plus an autograph on it, I think this is just absolutely fantastic. I love it a lot. My other take on this too is that I think this is going to force people to look back at his old Panini cards and his old Upper Deck stuff too.
Interesting.
And so I think I've almost come full circle on this because I think when the news came out that LeBron was going to be signing again and in live product, my thought was that his, high school stuff is going to go down and people should sort of cycle out of that and save their money and put it into like the current product. And to a degree, I still sort of believe that. But at the same time, I don't think it's going to crash the market or anything like that. I actually think this is going to make it.
Yeah.
It's going to bring him back into pop culture again. And I think it's the same as Jordan. I think actually if Jordan was back in product now, I don't think that would be a terrible thing. I think that would be actually great for collectors and, people would be excited to have his autographs again. Where are you at with this, man? Particularly, and
I like it.
You're a Lakers fan. At least this is going to impact you directly.
Well, just to be clear, I don't associate LeBron James with the Lakers the way that others do. He's synonymous with Cleveland and a little bit with Miami for my liking. Yeah, he won a chip in LA. Yeah, he's been around. He's actually been in LA for longer than any other team now. Like he's done a long stint in LA. Like he's actually been here for 7 seasons. It's pretty crazy.
That's wild, isn't it?
7 or 8 seasons in LA. It's time flies when you're having fun, apparently.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is a LeBron thing. It's nothing to do with either any of the clubs that he's played for. It's all about LeBron in true LeBron fashion. He's all aboard it. This is a Topps initiative, I'm sure. But LeBron's like, this is all about LeBron. Which is interesting that there's been no decision on his retirement, but is he going to go and play number 24 if this was his special patch?
I mean, that's his number. I'm assuming it's just a play on his number and also to celebrate. And maybe that's how they sold it to him. Hey, we want to celebrate you.
True.
Maybe that's the easy sell to get LeBron on board.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how we get LeBron on the podcast. Hey, LeBron, we want to celebrate you.
We want to do a LeBron episode. That'll just get him on. Or just talk about LeBron. That's it. Yeah,
easy done. All right.
He can control the narrative too.
That's my to-do list for this week.
So what? So we end up with approximately, have these patches only just started? So we're going to end up with like 40 to 50 of them?
Well,
he's wearing it today.
I was thinking about this. I reckon he might wear more than one jersey per game because they get super sweaty, right? They would change at halftime.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, all right. Now, but how many are we talking about? We're talking that there'll be probably...
I think 60 to 70.
Okay.
That's my guess.
Okay. Yeah. That's still a relatively limited number of patches.
I think to assume it's one per game, I think that's wrong.
I'm just trying to give context because it's not a logo man because a logo man's that one of one.
No. This is a LeBron logo man.
This is the equivalent of a LeBron logo man, but there's lots of them.
Maybe we need a nickname for this so it's like...
See, if Topps was smart... they would do something like what Tyson Beck has done and actually make sure you've got the date stamp, any important milestone games, any important feats, anything that he does, dates, etc. But yeah, I like it. I think it's a really good initiative. I think it's something really easy that Topps can do in conjunction, obviously, with the NBA. Same as the gold logo man on SGA and castle and all that. Like
Yeah.
it's
Look, I'm all aboard this stuff. I think this is really
it,
cool. I think this stuff
we
is
get
going to be
so much
ultra,
more.
ultra rare.
Yeah, but we get more product or more innovation for very little. And I think it's simple. It's something very simple, and I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, 100%. It doesn't need to be a convoluted idea for it to be good.
But the problem is if it works and then they start putting everybody's got their own little branded unique tag, then it becomes less unique. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, player of the month's also going to get a special tag. And then
at the end of the license, they'll do that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at the first year, it'll just be LeBron and SGA. That's cool.
And the rookie of the year.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's interesting. And All-Star? What about All-Stars? Are they going to get All-Stars?
Sure.
Anyway, maybe they'll have special patches in the All-Star game. Who knows?
Alrighty, let's talk about Cade Cunningham because I found 2 sales of this guy this week. So the first one's from Alt XYZ Official, and they were highlighting a Nebula choice from 2022. So this is out of the Prism product. Nebula is like the one of one that people covet and chase, right? The interesting part about this story is this. It sold in November 24 for 3,500, and in January 26 it sold for 55,000. Now, just hold that thought for 2 seconds. I'm going to do a comp to another Cade one of one. This sold on the 1st of January 2026. This is the Optic Gold Vinyl one of one from his rookie year, PSA 10. That sold for 51,000. Now, this is my question to you. Why did the Gold Vinyl one of one from Optic only sell for 51,000 when his non-rookie PSA 9 Nebula sold for 55? I cannot work this out. So I'm hoping you can help me out, man.
When did it sell? January 8th.
Like 7 days apart.
Yeah.
It's wild.
That's an interesting one.
So for people who are new to the hobby, the normal trend that happens here is the rookie sells for more than the veteran one would. Yeah. Even if it is Prism versus Optic. And Prism is the more coveted product.
They are. And it's not like one card's way uglier than the other. Like, they're both very beautiful looking cards.
I personally think the Nebula in this instance is uglier than the Gold Vinyl, but that's just my preference.
I like the Nebula. I think the Nebulas are really...
It's cool, but like if I had to choose, I would go for the Gold Vinyl.
Yeah, it's...
Look, I can't explain this.
I've got nothing. I actually don't have an explanation. I think whoever got the vinyl, the Gold Vinyl, got it at a steal.
100%. I agree with that too.
It could have been, honestly, New Year's Day, maybe the person bidding was hungover and didn't get a chance to bid.
Yeah, like bad time to list a card.
Yeah, they're on holiday or something. Like, auction ending on January 1st sounds like a horrible idea.
Anyway. So really quickly, let's just look at a silver rookie Cade PSA 10. Yeah. Last sold for 800 US, so Aussie dollars, that's about $1,200. The last 3 months, he's up 43%. So in terms of hobby activity and momentum and all that good stuff, there is a lot of stuff going on with Cade at the moment.
Cade is looking good, and so are the Pistons.
Yeah, I got to say, man, I don't have a problem saying this. I think this is going to go to $1,000 card because I think my reluctance to saying that before would have been because we hadn't seen that happen for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And then SGA did it, and he's still going onwards and upwards. And I kind of think Cade is falling into that sort of hobby darling area, which is a crazy thing to say because Pistons aren't normally that type of team. So.
Hobby darling? Are you trying to moz this guy by calling him a hobby darling?
Nah, not really. I think I love his game, and I'm kind of glad that people are on board with this dude, to be honest.
Yeah, I like it. 100%.
All right, man, let's go to our next break, and then we will come back and we'll talk some Jonathan Kuminga. Neon Trading Cards, thank you so much for your ongoing support. Go to neontradingcards.com. There you will find a huge array of breaks: soccer, NBA, MLB, F1, AFL, NRL, WWE, and Marvel. Find Neon Trading Cards on Whatnot. They are one of the 3 Australian repackers on Whatnot. They are also a Topps and Fanatics direct breaking partner. So all that fresh product is coming straight to Neon, going out to you guys for those beautiful breaks. Check them out on neontradingcards.com for all your breaking needs. And also, it's still a big week for Neon Trading Cards. They are doing Topps Chrome Basketball live on the website. Do not miss out on these breaks. We were just talking about the mega boxes, how people just want to get their hands on it. We're going to be talking a little bit about supply and demand of Topps in a second. Yep, the boys at Neon have got all the stock, so guys, get onto their breaks and go and check them out. Get down to neontradingcards.com for all your hobby-related needs. We're back, Ad. How you doing?
We're back. I'm good. I'm hydrated.
Good.
Ready for part 3.
All right. How much time do you want to dedicate to this before we go? The Jonathan Kuminga trade request. I'll set a timer to what you say.
45 seconds.
45 seconds. That is short. All right.
You can have a minute. I'll round up. How's that?
Fine. All right. 1 minute. I've started the timer. All right. Kuminga's requested a trade. I kind of think this is a big-ish deal because he's a young prospect. I think he's been held back because of the team he's been on. I think that's a very fair and reasonable thing to say. I would like to see him running his own team. My issue with this is I don't think there's a lot of teams that are going to be giving out assets for him. See the Trae Young trade that just happened a week ago, right? So I almost think this limits it down to like the Sacramento Kings, something like that. The only one that I really like at the moment is the Dallas Mavericks trade proposition where it's like Anthony Davis goes for Jonathan Kuminga, maybe some trade assets go to the Dallas way. I like that because it's like a young guy for an old guy, and the old guy fits the Golden State Warriors timeline. And I think that will be a really good fit with Draymond, Steph, and Jimmy buckets. Do you know what I mean? So I think that would be kind of cool. And I think that would help Dallas too, because that gives them like a nice young piece to go with Kuminga. They'll get rid of D'Lo. They're already stopped playing him already.
Fair.
All right, my 1 minute's up.
Good. I just think Kuminga's overrated now. I think if you're that young and you're demanding shit, mate, you've lost the plot. He's up there in the cuckoo's nest with Ja Morant, overvaluing himself. Anyway.
Yeah, look, I've said this a million times, and this is going to be the last thing I say before we move on. The NBA is about talent, and it's also about opportunity. And this kid, I will bat with him on this. He's had a bad run in terms of opportunity. That was a tough team.
He's actually shooting a career worst field goal percentage this year, so he's definitely not. He's not the superstar he thinks he is.
It's a tough situation for him. That's the only thing I'll say.
Fair.
2018 Panini Cornerstones Luka Doncic Downtown PSA 9 sold for $6,600 this last week. Why have I included this into the run sheet? Well, for 2 reasons. I think it's a big Luka card. It's a rookie card. Also, too, I think there's so much top stuff going on at the moment. And we talk about, short memories and how things move on so quickly. I'm really happy to see that Panini cards are still trading highly and they're doing well. And so I think, there's that part of it too. So I don't think Panini is gone and it's gone forever. I think Panini's still going to be in our trading card lives, basically forever. Some of the stuff they've made has been amazing. Obviously, all this big rookie stuff is going to still do really well.
Yeah. No rookie shield, though.
Yeah, but that's okay. People still know it's like a rookie.
Yep.
I think this is a 10 out of 10 purchase. I think this is the type of card you buy now, you put it away. This is going to do really well. What's your take on this card, Ed?
I like it. It's interesting that the downtowns are starting to see that same momentum shift that the Kabooms did with the uptick over the last sort of 12 months. So yeah, definitely going to be in and around the hobby for a very long time. Panini cards.
Yeah,
I like it. I like the downtowns. Prefer Kabooms, but yeah. Definitely a unique lot of cards.
All right. This next one's from Boston Card Hunter. If you don't follow me on Instagram, do yourself a favor. Follow this dude. You don't have to like every piece of content that he does, but actually 99 times out of 100, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
This video is from 3 days ago of recording. So the 15th of January, this approximately came out. It's a story about the allocation of Topps products. So demand is high and it's tough to meet the demand. Topps is pausing all direct accounts until after the National. Topps now want more from sellers. So selling cards isn't enough. You also need to create a great experience online or in stores. And it almost implies that either you won't get your allocation or it's going to be reduced or something like that. Now, before I say anything more, he heard this from a source. This is not something that's been written down on paper. Yeah. I've reached out to a couple of people and I've had crickets back. So this might be one of those things that we talk about for a minute or 2 minutes and then we come back to it next week with a bit more information. But I'm very fascinated about this because we had this with Panini too, because remember 17, 18, heaps of stock. 18, 19, they kind of had it right. And then 19, 20, they printed so much and then people still couldn't get their hands on, what they wanted. And we had that, insane, price kaboom that happened.
The COVID.
People are talking about Topps as basically printing heaps from the start and it's still not meeting demand. So I'm not exactly too sure what this means exactly. Like, does it mean that they can't print enough?
That's an interesting quandary, isn't it?
Does it mean that people have bought everything up? Like, I don't know. I think obviously the one that I think about though is, and I've said this already before, it's like if you're a trading card shop and you're not getting Topps allocation, how do you run a successful business? And I really worry about people that's happening to. And I don't want to use the word unfair, but I genuinely think that is not right. And I don't think it's good for the hobby either. Like, we need trading card shops. Like, it's as simple as that.
100%. 100%.
All right, that's it. That's all I got.
My thoughts on the matter are very much linked to the thought that, and it's not about changing anything, it's just observing it, that because breaking is the new way to open so much product.
Oh, for sure.
I think
it's like the new trading card shop, isn't it?
With the evolution of breaking, they take up so much of that resource, which is distribution of cards.
100%. How much of this is going to the big breakers? Yeah.
So big breakers, the breakers that are breaking daily and breaking break upon break upon break, like
10 cases every day. Yeah.
That's it. It's in order to keep up with demand for breaks, breakers need the stock. So think about how much of that big, I don't know, part of the pie is allocated there.
Yeah.
And unless you're going to tell breakers you need to back off, which they're not. They're like, they make money doing it. The more
or reduce a breaker's allocation.
Correct. Yeah. Saying that a percentage of the product needs to be sold to the wider community rather than sent to breakers to rip on live videos. You can't control that though, unless you change the distribution model.
Yeah.
Or create a different type of product for breakers. Anyway, there's no way to regulate that, by the way, because if you can buy the product, people can buy the product to break it. Yeah. So you can't police it. Anyway, I just think that's where the supply chain stuff is coming undone. We're using the supply chain models from 20 years ago before breaking ever existed in a market that involves breakers, and they haven't caught up yet.
I mean, maybe.
The business model hasn't caught up yet.
But I don't know.
Anyway, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, no, it's totally fine. Look, anyway, I'm really interested to hear more about this.
It'd be nice if something else comes out with regards to that. Not nice if stores are losing their allocations and stuff, but nice to know more about what the plans
100%.
Are and what's happening. Yeah,
100%.
Sure.
Yeah. Alrighty, let's just do a really quick Trae Young check-in. This is almost like a welfare check for Trae Young, but from a hobby perspective. He hasn't suited up for the Wizards yet, so there's nothing to talk about from that end. Let's talk about his card letter prices. Let's zoom right in. So the last 3 months, he's down 21%. The last 2 weeks, he is down 33%. So I think the market has spoken. Trae Young has been sent to a hobby graveyard in Washington. His silver PSA 10 is currently trading at $100 ad. Population on this is 2,382. Oh God, this is grim.
Wow,
man.
This is
grim.
This is worse than Zion.
All right, let's just really celebrate 2021. The peak sale for Trae Young was $3,242.
Wow.
We need to reach out to Ryan and work out how much has been wiped off the Trae Young value plate.
Oh, look, that's insane.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to put up a post for this week, but I'm going to ask all the listeners right now, if you're holding Trae Young, what are you doing with it? Are you selling it? Are you using it as coasters? Are you
burning it?
Wow. Are you having some type of ritual cleansing? Yeah.
Yeah. Commiserations.
Alrighty, collector's update on SGC and BGS. This is from Sports Cards Investor, my good friend.
Your best buddy.
PSA President Ryan Hoge shared new details on what's next for collectors, including capacity expansion at SGC and BGS, and a fresh coming to Beckett. Key takeaways: SGC and BGS capacity expanding as demand grows. Beckett label update plan to address customer confusion. Brand refresh in the works. PSA focused on shortening turnaround times, pre and post grading imaging coming to BGS, and PSA tech and infrastructure expected to extend to BGS and SGC. All right, which dot point would you like to talk about first?
I'll go from the top.
Sure.
SGC and BGS capacity expanding as demand grows. I call BS.
Well, no, technically that could be correct because they will expand as the demand is there, right? So if there's no expansion, well, then
there's no demand for their product, then they won't expand.
That's right. So they're not technically telling a lie, are they? Right? This is all branding and marketing, my friend. It creates excitement. Yeah. Beckett label update.
Plan to address customer confusion. I'm confused as to why they're even updating the label.
What confusion is there on the label?
There's no confusion.
Unless you're colorblind for like gold and black, and that creates some type of problem with you reading.
Yeah.
Brand refresh in the works.
Brand refresh for BGS and SGC?
I'm assuming that just means BGS. Actually, can we take a step back? I've actually missed something really important here. Yeah. Maybe what they mean by the label update and confusion is just to remove the 0.5. Let's be honest, that's the thing that really confuses people, isn't it?
No, but that's what separates them from the market. There's nothing confusing about it.
It's very confusing for people, Ad.
Is it? Oh.
Because some people argue blue in the face that a 9.5 BGS is the same as a PSA 10.
Yep, this is going to be interesting. I feel like
there's confusion between us right now, Adam.
All this is a attempt to satisfy an angry senator,
maybe,
and allay some monopoly allegations.
Well, maybe people have already forgotten about that angry senator in the last 2 weeks, anyway.
No, I don't think so.
You don't reckon?
We know it's a monopoly, and I think
this week's distraction was the mega box from Topps, and next week there'll be another distraction. We've already forgotten. What are you talking about? I've already forgotten about that. PSA thing.
That senator is going to be on the case.
PSA focused on shortening turnaround times. Can I be honest with you? I could care less about this. I don't care if my cards take 3 weeks or 6 months to come back. I actually think in some ways it's kind of good there's like a 6-month delay. Like, wouldn't you rather that your thing is done properly than just like rush through and looked at for 2 seconds or not looked at all and they just randomly give you a grade? Do you know what I mean? Like, and also I think too, it's like, how many cards can they actually grade? Like, it's insane how many cards per day that they're grading.
Yeah,
it's just insanity what they're doing. The pre and post grading imaging, that's fantastic. We need that on every single card. It needs to form a database as a reference point for collectors. Like, we need that so badly. PSA tech and infrastructure expected to extend to BGS and SGC. Fantastic. That makes sense.
Well,
that's what a big company should do.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's how you get efficiencies. Fantastic. Final thoughts, my man?
It's just smoke and mirrors, whatever.
Okay.
And trust anything that comes out of Jeff Wilson's mouth anyway.
Wow. Yeah, true. US Sports Cards Australia. Thank you to US Sports Cards Australia for your ongoing love and support of our podcast. We cannot thank you enough for supporting us. Go to ussportscardsaustralia.com.au. There you'll find sealed product, brakes, card protection, and Ross's beloved water pistols. Of course, Ross is still churning and slaving away over his ComCA consignment page. Also go to Instagram, comca.tradingcards, and you can find all of the updates there on what Ross has been up to with that. Now, just to clarify and get everything out on this, when you submit your cards to ComCA, right, you can't comp this, you'll get your entire sub done for 9 cents. So that's an absolute bargain for you on that. Now, people who have done sales on this, 600, 390, 240, 165, that's cold hard cash into your pocket. And as Adam said last week, if you're time poor and you want to sell a bunch of cards, this is collecting dust on your table, send them into Ross with "you can't comp this" written on the submission form, and it gets done for 9 cents. Nothing. You don't get nothing in this world for 9 cents. You can't even get a 30-cent cone from Macca's anymore, Ad.
They cost 50 cents. That's right. When they're on the loose change menu.
That's right. So 9 cents is outrageous, really.
That's There's no better value out there at all. Plus, you can make some money for that investment of 9 cents.
That's right. It's possible. Alrighty, we're back, guys. This is the final quarter. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to us this week. We hope you've enjoyed this week's show. All right, Adam, I want to talk to you about Con Knuppel. Is this guy legit or is this guy rookie haze?
Ooh. I think he's legit. I think the kid is legit. Plays on a very ordinary team, and he's actually standing out, which is surprising. So yeah, I think he's legit. Kid can shoot.
I think my concern is that it's like Adam Morrison all over again. I can't shake that comparison. So I feel like until I get 3 years of really good basketball out of this kid, I just can't get rid of that. And whether that's just my own like personal bias between white basketball players or not, I think there's like truly something going on there. My other concern with this guy too is like the marketing standpoint. Like as much as he's had a better season, for example, than Ja Morant.
Yes.
I think there's still a piece of at the back of my mind. I'm like, I'd probably rather buy a Ja Morant case hit than a Con Knuppel case hit.
Yeah, that's fair.
But that's probably wrong at this point in time. But that's just like where my head is at until I see a bigger sample size from this kid. So
that's fine. But that's like I suppose the question you need to ask yourself is he worth prospecting on? And if the horse is bolted on that, maybe he's not worth prospecting on.
Well,
do you know what I mean? Yeah,
so let's go on and we can talk about some comps. So I found this on Card Ladder. Thanks again, Card Ladder, for your awesome content. This was a CGC certified authentic card that then goes through the Fanatics Collect auction house. It sold for $57,000. It's a 1-of-1 Topps Chrome rookie autograph.
Okay.
I actually don't mind the design on this either too. Like normally, Prism, Topps Chrome autographs are a bit like whatever. It's a good looking card. I feel like they've sort of slimmed it down a little bit. It hasn't got all the multiple logos and all that type of stuff on it.
Yeah.
It's nice. A cool photograph. The Prism patterning looks good. The price, I just feel like this is crazy for me, like insane.
It's a 1-of-1.
I think this is like, for me, this is 10 out of 10 risk.
Yeah, the risk is right up there, right? But this is one of the cards that you want if you're
for sure. Yeah, like this is either a home run or you're striking out here.
Yeah, it's definitely not a Trae Young rookie by any means. It could be. Who knows?
Yeah,
but that's pushing all your chips in if you're buying that.
Are you buying Con Knuppel?
I'll hold on to them for a little bit and see what happens. If I pull them, I'm not actively shopping them. No.
But are you buying them?
I'm not buying. I'm not buying at the moment.
How come you're not buying Knuppel?
I'm just not buying anything at the moment.
Oh, okay. It's not because like you're like, I'm not too sure about him.
No. I'm sort of I'm trying to remember sort my stuff out before I progress.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, he's definitely one to watch. He's in the Rookie of the Year race for sure.
All right, this is from our friend Ryan at GemRate. Ryan, I hope you're well, man. I hope life is treating you just so well. This is the 2025 leaderboard on eBay sales volume. And this is going to be the rare instance where we talk soccer, football, baseball, the whole thing. 1, Jordan, Shohei Ohtani, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Wemby, Jaden Daniels, Mickey Mantle, old school baseball, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Steph Curry, Caitlin Clark, Drake May, Aaron Judge, Luka, Caleb Williams, Ken Griffey Jr., Paul Skeens, Bo Nix, JJ McCarthy. Some of these players I know, some I don't. Josh Allen, SGA, Lionel Messi, my boy, Cooper Flagg, Lamine Yamal, and Anthony Edwards. What has stood out to you on this list?
What stands out to me is nothing actually stands out to me.
$70 million spent on Jordan, 57 on Shohei, 30 to LeBron, 30 to Kobe.
Yeah. But this is Caitlin Clark might be a bit of a standout for me.
That's huge. Yeah, $21 million on Caitlin,
and that's not to discredit Caitlin Clark in the WNBA, but like volume of supporters.
No man, it's crazy sauce.
Weight of numbers, right?
It's wild.
Like, yeah, she's taken over the sport and really is carrying the torch by herself. I think what we're seeing there very clearly, it's interesting with basketball because I'm obviously looking at just the basketball stuff, but the names on the list, and I'll say with some exceptions down the bottom end, but the ones that are in the top 2 are proven stars.
Yeah, the studs, aren't they? And you can see that by the money spent on them too.
Yeah, and this is. I'll take note of SGA and Anthony Edwards and Cooper Flagg because Cooper Flagg's the new Wemby. Wemby obviously is a bit of a standout at number 5. That's a lot of money on Wemby. But what I'm not seeing in that list is Jokic. I'm not seeing Giannis.
Yeah.
Do you not like? There are MVP. Nikola Jokic is a 4-time MVP. Should be 6 anyway. But do you know what I mean? Like
100%.
Yeah.
There's some people missing from this list too.
Yes, but there's also, I think you need to be at a certain caliber to warrant that level of popularity.
Jokic is 44th at 5.88 million.
Okay.
Giannis is 49th at 5.17 million.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Eamon Thompson was 47th with 5.32 million. So that actually just shows where, I mean, look, Giannis didn't have a fantastic year last year though. So I'm not like, that's not crazy surprising for me. This is what I take away from this actually is the big four, like the Mount Rushmore. So like, just sort of bear with me for 2 seconds. Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, Steph Curry, right? That's like
that's literally, that's my Mount Rushmore at the moment.
Yeah.
So,
and then you go, okay, now there's like the young guys Mount Rushmore. So we got Wemby on that.
Luka.
We got Luka.
SJ.
We got SJ, and you could do Cooper or you could do Anthony Edwards. That's kind of cool.
I think Ant's the second string.
That's like, for me, that's like super sick, right? Because, and I think this is where I get caught up a little bit, even with my own collecting. It's like, what should I be putting my money into? So if you're like, this is the idiot's guide and you want a 10-second explanation on what you should be buying, you look at this image and then you go, right, that's my like all-timer Rushmore and my young guys Rushmore. And that's it. And you go, this is the only 8 guys I'm going to be putting cash into.
I think, and this is the thing, like the young guy Rushmore, I worry because I think that varies season to season.
Oh man, there would be like way more risk on that, right? So, your sort of your high risk portfolio is this one. And then, your more studs, like proven dudes over here.
The 4 we mentioned on the vet one is pretty much, these cards are not going down in value. Do you know what I mean? Like the Jordans, the Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, and Curry.
Yeah.
If you buy a Curry card for $500,
vet stuff, old school, it goes up and down, but it's not the same volatility as the young dudes, for sure.
You're not getting the Trae Young return. I'm going to pick on Trae Young now just because he's tanked. But
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
the chance of that happening is much diminished.
Their careers 100%. Are done. Their careers are done. Look, even though LeBron and Curry are still playing, their careers are well and truly in the twilight. And they've cemented themselves up on that.
I get what you say, man. Yeah, you don't have to like justify it. I think everyone gets what you're saying. Like,
yeah. Because that's the thing. Like Kobe autos aren't going to start going down.
Yeah. All right. I think we got time for 2 more things tonight. Okay. So this next one is the Wemby patch that we referenced earlier on. This is from @Topps on my favorite social platform, Twitter. Just in, the actual ball from Victor Wembanyama's 500th career block has been put inside a rare 1-of-1 autograph trading card. He's autographed it. He's written 500th block on it. He's even dated on it too. It's got game used ball on it. It has got the photo of him blocking it. And then down, it's got some additional stats. Second youngest in NBA history with 500 cleared blocks. Again, 10 out of 10 on this. I am all about this Topps Now stuff.
Topps have really delivered on this stuff, really.
This is the shit. So my understanding of this is you go on and you buy the packets and you'll get the base cards, but then one lucky person will get this amazing autograph. Yeah.
Game touched basketball.
So on January the 15th, just reading through the comments, they're available now for 72 hours. So again, my understanding of this is they print them to the demand of what there are. So if there's 50,000 orders, they make 50,000 cards of these. So that's how that works.
Yeah.
This is not an advertisement, by the way. This is generally something I'm just
Topps Now is
over.
Awesome though. They do a good job.
Alrighty, Jordan to finish is going to be a Jordan Gold Medallion.
Yeah, we're back to having Jordans. Hijacked by like SGA the other week.
It's been a couple of weeks since we've had a Jordan to finish. I think we have spoken about Jordan the last couple of weeks, but nothing in particular. Alrighty, 1995 Ultra Michael Jordan Gold Medallion PSA 10 last sold for 18,000 USD on the 11th of the first. That always confuses me when it's like the American date, and also now it's got 2026 on it. I was like, what's going on here? All right, the 11th of January 26. $18,000. Population on this is 26. I like that a lot. Market cap on this is nearly $500,000 at $468,000. I I like this card a lot. I'm just going to keep probably saying what I say every week about these cards. I'm just like, what the hell is going on with these Jordan cards? Like, it's wild. It's just, it's
the way
crazy.
they keep going up is
this a bubble? Is this real? Is this going to keep going up? And this is the new normal? I don't know.
Who knows?
Where are you at with this card, man?
It's a nice card. The gold it doesn't do it justice.
Yeah.
But like you seeing it in hand, I think
it would look way better in hand.
Yeah. But that would be shiny, very shiny. That's cool. I like it. Like it a lot.
Would you buy, hold, or sell that ad at that price?
Ooh, but knowing what they do, I'd have to hold, wouldn't I? Like I'd think about selling it, but you'd hold it. Look at the trajectory it's on.
Yeah,
another 5 years, it's a $50,000 card. You know what I mean? Like, where's the ceiling on this stuff?
I just think I would rather even like a high numbered, like a autograph number to 100. I think I would rather that than something like this.
Fair.
I think that's where my head goes on this stuff.
No, you know what? Sell that and buy your autograph memorabilia card.
Like the worst patch autograph you can get. I think I'd rather have that than like even if the corners were a bit beat up, you know, like
lower quality. Yeah, for sure. 100%. I could get behind that. That makes sense. That makes sense to me.
Thank you, Adam.
Thanks, Russell, for another great show. Thanks to everybody that tuned in on YouTube. That listens to us on their normal podcast platforms, that likes the reels that Russell shares up on Instagram.
That's it.
Yeah. Thanks to all the listeners. And if you do buy us a coffee, we'll give you a special shout out on the show. And we'll let you know what coffee we bought too.
Okay. See you guys.
See you next week.